So the fourfold qualifications, in the little time remaining to me, I'll let me just rattle it out. Just as a fine print, that. Okay, yeah. Let me just give you the list. Don't be intimidated by that list. It'll seem that, oh, I don't have these qualifications, so enlightenment is not for me. Don't worry, we all have to some extent. If we did not have these qualifications, which I'm going to rattle out now, we wouldn't be sitting here. We would be in that other place. So to some extent, we all have it. We just have to polish it up a little bit. The fourfold qualifications are, the Sanskrit, viveka, a discrimination and analysis between the eternal and the non-eternal, that there is this spiritual reality. It's not that we already know it, but we feel that such a thing may be there. And everything else is secondary. All the other pursuits of life, they take second place to this finding out. That is primary and eternal reality, this difference. This clarity must be there. Anybody who defines himself or herself as a spiritual seeker, as most of us here do, we already have that. Otherwise, we would not be seeking. That's one. In Sanskrit, it's called viveka. Literally, it means to separate two things. Second, vairāgya. Literally, it means dispassion. That when we are pulled in 100 different directions, spiritual life becomes impossible. So, our overwhelming conviction that I want enlightenment in this life, and all the other things, they take second place to it. Whether it is relationships or money or whatever it is in the world. They're all there, but they're all secondary. A monk gives up all of those and pursues enlightenment solely. And a person in the world, in samsara, cannot give up all of that, but it makes it secondary and makes the pursuit of enlightenment primary. Third, the sixfold treasure, Shat Sampatti. So there's a trick here. They're packed 6 into 1. So the fourfold qualification has now increased to 9. The sixfold treasure is, in one word, in 2 words, you can say spiritual discipline. Śama, a calmness of mind. Dama, a control of our external organs. If you're always running around and always you want to go and see a movie or something like that, difficult. So śama and dama, they go together. Inner calmness and an external control of our organs, sense organs and motor organs. Then uparati, a withdrawing inwards, a not seeking satisfaction outside. You're still permitted to have the nice food which is awaiting us at 10 o'clock, but that's all right. But that the world outside is not the source of my satisfaction. That is called uparati. And then the fourth one is samādhāna, a settledness, focus, concentration on my spiritual path, not getting scattered in many things. The fifth one is titiksha. Titiksha literally means toughness. Physical, not physical toughness. Physical toughness helps, emotional toughness helps, but a spiritual toughness, a spiritual fortitude, that no matter what, I am going to pursue this path. I'm going to pursue enlightenment in this life. See, we put up with so much trouble for holding a job, for raising a family. So much of hard work and suffering goes into it. So can we put, with even a fraction of that, one can become enlightened. It's not my words. Some great teachers in our tradition, they said it, that when they would see these young people who are working for exams and university exams, with the fraction of the energy that you put into this, you can become enlightened. So a spiritual toughness, that no matter what happens, I'll pursue this. And then śraddha. Śraddha means a faith, a working faith. You see, the moment you say śraddha, people would say, just a minute, didn't you say that the path of bhakti or devotion requires faith, and here is something that does not require faith? True, but there's a working belief required. If you go to a university and want to learn physics or something, there also one has a little bit of faith that the teachers are not lying, the textbooks are not all fake or something. So that kind of working faith, that there is something to this, let me listen, let me try to find out and understand, that is enough. Śraddha. So these are the six disciplines. They're called sixfold treasure. And the last one, if you're confused, what do you mean last? The four, viveka, the discrimination between the real and the unreal, the eternal and non-eternal. Vairāgya, the dispassion, and the sixfold treasure which we just did. And the fourth one is called mumukshu, which literally means an intense desire for freedom. An intense desire for freedom. So these fourfold qualifications, with these, this becomes direct. Without these, this does not become direct. A great teacher once told me, with these qualifications, when you listen to the teachings of any text like Aparokshanubhuti, it becomes a fact. Yes, it is so. My God, why did I not see it earlier? And without these qualifications, or without sufficient amount of these qualifications, when we read it, you know what the result will be? I get what you are saying, but it's some kind of philosophy, it's some kind of nice theory. It doesn't seem to be real. That doesn't seem to be real to me is because I lack the foundational preparation for that, the fourfold qualification.